That show steals so many of my jokes, man. It's crazy.
There was that stuff with Theo Vaughn. He was upset. Like, how do you deal with something like that?
I'm happy that you brought that up. So I have never stolen any jokes whatsoever.
But like, how do you handle that?
Okay, so we got Lil Dicky here on the Flagrant podcast, and Andrew Schulz talks to him about Theo Vaughn. Apparently, like, Theo Vaughn says that Lil Dicky stole a joke from him, or several jokes from him. Theo Vaughn, he made an appearance on the BFFs podcast, I think it's called. And so he claims that Lil Dicky stole a joke about a wooden shirt.
Put that on the record. Theo Vaughn not stealing Shameless car theft stories.
Yeah. Shameless probably stole it from him.
People steal all my shit. Lil Dicky.
Yeah, maybe Shameless. Have you
Lil
told
Dicky
that
steals
story?
your shit?
That show steals so many of my jokes, man. It's crazy.
Like the show, Dave?
Actually?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
what's one joke that you've seen that you're like, that's mine?
Too many.
All right, fair enough.
Wait, that's a Lil Dicky show?
Yep,
Yeah.
Dave.
He's stealing your jokes.
I don't know I don't know what's going on, but they got a lot of barred content up in that bitch. I'll say that.
Huh.
But that's all right.
I guess the origins of the joke is when he goes on the JRE podcast and Theo talks about the shirt. By the way, I'm using comedy enforcement because he kind of has all this timeline.
Described how the wooden shirt would look, which was a stiff look, was done on the show.
This guy made his son a wooden shirt. Did I tell you that?
A wooden shirt?
Yeah, he made his son a shirt out of plywood for Christmas.
What?
Yeah.
He wanted the kid to wear it?
Oh, yeah, he did. And I remember I was
Wait a minute. Is it a stiff shirt, or did he make it like little itty bitty tiny pieces of plywood and weave it all together?
Oh no, it was pretty stiff. And the dad was a yeah, like an Elvis impersonator, you know?
So here's the bit, the Lil Dicky show.
All these shirts are 100% wood.
What a concept. I have never heard of this. This is very innovative. Are these things flying off the shelves?
Not quite flying.
Splinter free?
Splinter free. Took a year to figure that out.
Where do you wear these? Like, socially? Like, how does it?
Yeah, anywhere you'd wear a normal shirt.
You know, wooden shirt. I think a lot of people could come up with a wooden shirt joke. It's not that hard to come up with. I mean, come on, Theo. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, that's the thing about thoughts. Like, a lot of thoughts have been created. You know, what is original nowadays? Like, there's no originality no more. Everybody before us has already done it. And some of the things that we do now is kind of just recycled bits. But so now we're going to go to Andrew Schulz talking to Lil Dicky about it. Lil Dicky seems confused.
There was that stuff with Theo Vaughn. He was upset. Like, how do you deal with something like that?
I'm happy that you brought that up. So I have never stolen any jokes whatsoever.
But like, how do you handle that? Like, I don't think that.
Well, that particular instance, I think to myself, well, I don't understand why he would think that I.
There are some cuts in this podcast. It seems like some pretty big cuts. I use cuts a lot, but that's because I do a lot of pausing and stuff.
I haven't stolen, you know, to catch. I don't know if you guys are aware of the context of it, and I only recently am aware because I saw a comment that
it was just on the internet, and yeah, I think he was doing like a Barstool show, and you guys both had a similar idea in the show, right?
Yeah,
where he had it in something, and then you had it on a podcast. He said it on a pod,
the wooden
and then,
shirt thing.
Yeah, it was like a wooden shirt, and then you guys had it in the show.
Now, I remember when we came up with the wooden stuff in the writer's room, and it was totally built on a different idea that was about like a man whose entire house was made of wood down to the clothing. Yeah. And then we ended up not going with that storyline.
Yeah.
Ended up doing one small, really inconsequential scene of my series where a guy was just selling wooden shirts.
Yeah.
I promise you it wasn't, whenever I see content of Theo Vaughn's online as I'm scrolling, I totally think it's funny and I respect it.
Yeah.
I've got no animosity. I've just never met him. We have so many mutual friends.
Yeah.
I always was under the understanding that like accusing a comedian of stealing jokes is like a major taboo.
It's
big deal.
The biggest, yeah.
It's a big deal.
I was like, well, just reach out to me and let's, because I have nothing but respect from what I see of his content online, but I never stolen any joke. That's really my immediate reaction.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm not hurt by it. I'm just like, why would he be so insistent that when I never would.
Right. Two people can't have the same idea.
It's a pretty broad idea. like the idea of wooden clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure I don't know.
Seems kind of specific to the way you just said it.
I mean, like, but I'm sure that's
men and women are different.
Very one-dimensional.
Look, I don't know. Like, I feel like Theo's kind of maybe talking shit or trolling. Like, I just don't know. Like,
no. Why don't you guys just talk? Why not?
Yeah, I would.
Because I think a lot of times what would happen in these situations is, both sides explain their part, and then you go, oh, okay, I see why this, these two different comedians came to this conclusion, and it wasn't somebody that's trying to bite.
I'm definitely down to. I have no beef with him whatsoever. I don't like when if I post something and I see like stop stealing Theo's jokes. Like it's just I never have done that.
Yeah.
And I think there's only one joke in question. It's not like I've made like a career. You know what I mean? I don't even know what other jokes were even questioning.
In 3 seasons of television.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's just dumb. It's just some dumb shit, honestly. Like, this is the joke. I mean, a lot of people say a lot of things on a podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think like now with the internet, there are so many more people putting things out that the possibility of two people having a similar idea is infinitely higher than back in the day where there would be 10 comedy specials a year.
Yeah.
And you just need to cross over in those 10. Now you have a...
That's it. I think it's like just parallel thinking. It's just a freaking dumb joke. I think it's just all just made up drama.
I don't know him. But I know I don't borrow his shit.
Fair enough.
Okay. But your face is on that poster, and you don't know how to.
So, I don't know, guys. I'll let you guys hear. I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. And I'll see you guys for another one. Bye-bye.